Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Emre. Today in this video I'd like to show you a special recipe, a canned recipe to be able to carry the freshness, the aroma, the beauty of summer to winter. Especially if you are coming from a Mediterranean country, Turkey or any other country that has the cuisine that tomato is used quite a lot. Or if you just in your private cuisine, if you use tomatoes quite a lot, this recipe is going to be amazing for you because you are not only gonna be able to carry the beautiful, delicious summer tomatoes to winter, but you are going to have a lot of tomatoes that is already chopped and half cooked. So it's gonna help you save a lot of time. By the way, so many people make it with way bigger amounts. If you want, you can do that. But today I just wanted to show you a sample just to show you the recipe. This is all I gotta say for now. Enjoy the video. The first step should be peeling the tomatoes or tomatoes. Of course, if you don't mind having some skins inside your canned tomatoes, you can skip this part. You can just chop the tomatoes, boil them, have them as they are, or you can blend them. But there are going to be small parts of the skin that you are going to feel when you are eating it. So just keep that in mind. So I'd like to show you a small tip how to peel the tomatoes easily. As I said, I'm going to make canned tomatoes from only 2 kilos of tomatoes because this is just going to be just like a sample to show you the recipe. But if you are going to make a bigger amount, this step is going to be essential for you. What I do is to have a sharp knife and my tomato. The knife must be sharp because otherwise trying to cut it you are going to smash the tomato so much because your knife is not sharp enough, or trying to scratch the skin you are just going to cut the whole tomato because like you are going to try too hard, you know. So what I do is to get my tomato, get my knife and just put a small cross line on the bottom of it with my knife. That is all. Just a small hint that I want to talk to you about choosing the tomatoes. As you can see, there are 2 different types of tomatoes in my hands. One has this yellow ring around this green stalk part. I mean, where you snatch the tomatoes from. And this one doesn't have that one. It means that if you have this yellow line here, it means that inside the tomatoes, core of the tomatoes is still yellow too. So it should have stayed on its plant, on its stalk for longer. But this one isn't ripe at all. This is grown perfectly because it doesn't have that yellow line around this part. So inside this tomato must be red as well. Another tip to understand if the tomato is good or not is to smell the tomato. When you smell the tomato, I don't know if you ever touched the real green plant of tomato, but it's got a very tense, a very long-lasting smell. Even when you touch it for a few hours, you can smell it through your hands. Just like your hands, when you snatch the tomato, when you collect the tomato from the field, it has the smell for a long time. So when you're in the market, when you're in your bazaar, when you smell the tomato, if it doesn't have a strong smell, it means that it's been collected long time ago. So the more smell, the fresher tomatoes. And the next step is just to put the tomatoes in hot water. Well, my water is boiling because it's been a long time that I put it on the stove, but it shouldn't be, it doesn't have to be boiling like this. Only having some hot water that is hot enough, that is as hot as that we cannot touch it is going to be enough heat for us. And I'm gonna boil them for only 1 or 1.5 minutes, not more than that. We don't want to cook them. The tomatoes are done perfectly because I can see that the skins came off. It means that I can took them from water, but we want to stop them cooking right now and we are going to touch them in a minute to peel them. This is why to cool them off, I'm going to put them in cold water that I prepared here. I just would like to show you how it's easy to peel the tomatoes with this technique. Look at this. I just hold the tip, pull it down, and it comes off super easily. Oops, sorry. In one of my last videos, someone warned me that super is not used that commonly anymore, especially by young people. So I think I shouldn't use it that much, but it's just my habits. Because especially when it comes to food, I love to exaggerate. No, not actually, it's not exaggeration, but it's just my enthusiasm about cooking and kitchen in general. So that's my habit. And now I'm just going to chop the tomatoes, not too big, not too small. Yeah, I'm just gonna chop them. Another thing is that I'm not going to boil them too much, like I do not want to kill them, I do not want them to lose their form, their shape. This is why I'm just going to boil them enough to be able to cant, which is just boiling part, and then just to be able to lose their excessive water, excessive juice for another 10 minutes, and then they're going to be perfectly ready to be canned or bottled or jarred. And just another thing is about the pot. I need to say is that the pot that you are using shouldn't be too wide, otherwise they are going to lose their juice too quickly, and it's going to be too dry, and they're gonna start burning and smelling like they're burnt. So now it's time to bottle it, but before bottling it, there's one last small step about it, which is using some salt, some sugar, and some olive oil. These three ingredients are very essential because they are going to, the tomato is going to stay in the bottles for 1 year, for even more maybe. This is why we need some preservatives. These three ingredients are going to work as natural preservatives. It's going to preserve the tomatoes, and they're going to help the consistency of them, and of course the flavor and aroma. So only 1 teaspoon of rock salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And now I can just quickly bottle them. So this was all, everyone. This is all I gotta say about the canned tomatoes. I hope you like the recipe. If you do, you can really like the video, giving me a thumbs up, or you can leave me a comment about this video or any future video, any recipe that you would like to see me cooking. And you can subscribe to my channel for free, and you can ring on that bell underneath this video to get a notification when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.